Hey y'all, thanks for tuning in. Welcome to another episode. It is a pretty dreary day, as I think water just dripped on my lens, but it's been raining all day, folks, and unfortunately it's not the type of rain where I can probably label this video as camping in a massive rainstorm to get all those wonderful views, but it's just kind of like a misty, gross atmosphere out here. You can probably tell out there looking at the lake. It's actually kind of stopped for right now. It rained the whole way up here, and I'm hoping I can get all my stuff set up before all this rain comes back in, because it's scheduled to kind of do this for the entire day. I don't have my awning. It's in storage. Didn't have time to get it, so we might just be hanging out in the tent again tonight. But guys, maybe as you can tell, we've got some beautiful fall colors here in Texas. Fall, and it's in December, but the trees are finally starting to change colors. Got some bright red, some orange over here, some yellows. So things are finally starting to look a little bit more like wintertime around here before all the leaves finally fall off. To be honest, I prefer these type of days over sunny days. I just think the colors look better. And being here in Texas, all the camping that I do in the 100+ degree weather, I'll take this any day of the week. It's absolutely beautiful out here to me. Other than I can't keep all my good cameras outside because they get wet and that's not good for them. But awesome sight. I'm gonna get the truck set up, get the tent put up. I brought my diesel heater. It's 47 degrees out here right now, and it's just kind of damp, so it feels a little bit colder. So we will be using my diesel heater tonight. I'm not too sure how that's gonna work because I've got to get that duct into my tent, and if it's raining, I don't know how that's gonna work out. So hopefully it'll just stay a little mist and it won't come pouring into my tent, but we'll see how that pans out. But anyway, I'm gonna get this thing set up. Oh, while I'm looking at it, look what I got. So guys, I ran the gamut of testing out and trying different crossbars for my tent. I bought all of them. None of them were sponsored, but I bought the Yakima heavy-duty crossbars, which are insanely overpriced. They are very easy to get on and off, but it was like a trampoline once I put a tent on them. They were the heaviest duty. I think they were rated for 600 pounds. And my tent, I swore it was gonna snap them in half. So I don't really recommend the Yakimas. After those, I bought, it's either Go Rhino or Rhino USA XRS steel crossbars. They weren't aluminum, they were steel. Those did better than the Yakimas. However, I noticed that they were kind of starting to have a permanent bow in them. And I saw a little bit of a wiggle on my tent going down the highway, which just drives me crazy. I don't know why, but 2 weeks ago, I bought these off of Amazon, and these literally are from a Slow Boat Express. I don't even remember the brand name on them. It came with like red trim, so I just spray painted them all black. And these were less than, I think these were around 250 bucks. And this tent is rock solid. These are the best crossbars that I've had so far, and they are half the cost of the two expensive ones that I bought. So guys, if you really need some heavy duty cheap crossbars, I'll leave a link for this. I can't remember the brand. I just found them on Amazon, but absolutely perfect crossbars. And I like that it's up a little bit higher. I originally thought that I wanted my tent low. However, obviously when it's low, you cannot see out at all in the rearview mirror. This is up, I believe 16 inches from the top of my truck bed, and I can see underneath it behind me. I can see the cars. So now me personally, I like the tent up higher, and plus I like sleeping up higher. I think it feels cooler, but I can see behind me now having this tent set up a little bit higher, and these crossbars, absolutely amazing. No play whatsoever. So, and this is for the T-Track system. This company does, I believe, have these exact racks that wrap around the truck rail if you don't have like I do, a tonneau cover, but these are mounted into my T-Track. Absolutely fantastic crossbars. Can't believe how inexpensive they were compared to what I've bought in the past, and they work so much better. But anyway, I'm done yapping. Let's get this tent set up. All right, home sweet home for the night. Wonderful view looking out. Should be a good trip. So my plan was to do another one of those kind of live stream at camp episodes this evening, but with the weather, I didn't want to set the Starlink up and get my battery out in the rain, so we won't be doing a live stream. But I will say, I swapped out. I got that big Blue Eddy backpack, and that thing's, it's just giant. It's too big in my opinion. So I swapped it out and got this smaller one, and it's actually turned out to be pretty perfect because it's going to be my, right now I've got all my camera gear, my night clothes, and my mini Starlink, along with all of the mounts that I would need, and I'm not going to use tonight. But I think for me, I think that big Blue Eddy was just overkill. It was way too big, but I'm able to keep all of my camera gear that I'm going to be using tonight, and every episode that you've ever watched of mine, it's all in here. Got all my clothes. I'm going to go ahead and get my beanie out. Got some gloves. Oh, no. Got some gloves and my clothes for this evening to stay warm. I even brought a heated jacket because it's going to get, I think it's going to get pretty cold, guys, especially with it being damp out here. And yes, you know what? I just realized I'm going to get a few comments explaining that it's not cold. Well, I invite whoever leaves that comment to come camp with me in August here when it's 105. So I think I've earned my stripes, and I can call this cold considering I'm used to 100, 105 degree heat. So we are not, our blood's not used to that super cold air like up north that you guys get. So yeah, to me this is cold, but I love it. I much prefer having to wear a beanie than sweating my butt off and sticking my face in front of my little portable AC unit. So this all day, every day is what I prefer, but I come prepared. So that's basically set up, folks. I'm gonna get my chair set up and then we're gonna get some dinner going. Dinner's kind of changed plans. I can't use the can cooker on this episode. I'll explain what happened, but I had a bit of a mishap a couple of weeks ago, a freak accident. So I'll kind of give you the cliff notes of what happened and why we're not gonna be able to cook what I envision cooking, at least until probably January. So it was a mess, but we'll go over that here in a little bit. But let me get the camera resituated. So gang, for the past 2 episodes, I've been kind of touting it as a 3-part series, a 3-part can cooker, and a 3-part e-bike with a giveaway at the end. Well, I'm kind of having to fail on all of that right now because I can't do the can cooker tonight, and I didn't bring an e-bike on this episode because of the rain. But I am still going to be giving one away, guys. I just didn't get to bring it with me here on this episode and ride it around the park because of the weather. So we're going to switch clips. I'm going to show you what I'm giving away, and we'll come back. So enjoy. All right, ladies and gentlemen, this is the brand new Engwe M20 2.0 model that is going to be the giveaway for this video. This is a pretty sweet bike. I'm giving away what I think personally is the best bike out of the ones that I've tested, mainly because of these right here. You've got 2 long-range batteries. This is a 52-volt system giving you almost 32 amp hours. So you can get, on pedal assist modes, you can get up to 163 miles. Or if you're just going to use throttle only, which is a twist throttle, you can get up to 63 miles off of these 2 batteries. They are lockable, so you can remove them if you're worried about someone, you know, taking your batteries off. You got a set of keys here that have never been removed from the bike. Comes with a charger, of course. You've got 2 headlights up front. You got a daytime running light ring on both, and then you've got your LED spotlights in the center, and they are independently adjustable, so you can get like a high beam and a low beam. Down here, you've got 203 millimeter hydraulic disc brakes on the front and on the rear. This comes with a 7-speed Shimano tourney derailleur right down there. This is a full suspension bike, so up underneath the seat, you've got your spring up there, and then the forks are, of course, you got 2 shocks up there in the front. They're just going to help dampen the ride. The seat's not adjustable, but I'm 6'1", and it's comfortable for me. I would probably like it a little bit higher, but most people, I think it'll be just fine, because these moped style bikes like this, you cannot adjust the seat height on them. But I think, again, for vast majority of folks, I think this bike's gonna fit them just fine. You've got a real nice color LCD screen. This thing has 5 levels of pedal assist. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Or if for some reason you're feeling froggy and don't want any of the electric bike capabilities, you can put it in 0 and pedal this 80-pound monster however you want. It's got a horn, and then here is going to be your light switch. We'll go ahead and cut those on. So I know it's daylight. These are just the running lights. If you press this one more time, you're going to get your actual nighttime lights, where those center LEDs light up. Really hard to show you guys in the full sunlight, but they're very bright. You can definitely see at night. You got your upright handlebars, so it's a pretty comfortable riding position. And I like the paint scheme on this thing. I like the navy blue and orange and the gum wall side tires. 20 inch by 4-inch tires. So on most e-bikes, I actually prefer the 20-inch size tires instead of the 26-inch. Those 26-inch tires are extremely heavy, and it takes quite a bit of power to get those bikes up and going. These 20-inch tires are kind of right in the sweet spot in my opinion. So I prefer a bike that's got the little bit smaller 20-inch tires. You do have a functioning brake light. I don't know if I'll be able to get that on camera, but when you squeeze the brakes, it does light up. So I think overall, guys, I think this is the best one that I've gotten, which is why I'm hoping to be able to give it away to one of you folks for absolutely free. So anyway, guys, let's go take this thing out for a quick ride around the neighborhood so you can kind of see what it does. It gets up to 20 miles an hour on throttle only. It'll get up to 28 miles per hour if you're in the right gear and you're using pedal assist. But probably the second reason that I think this bike is best for people that watch this channel is 20 miles an hour is plenty fast for going around camp, going around the neighborhood. You don't need anything faster than that. And with that kind of full hard stop at 20 miles an hour, I think it's a little bit safer bike than the other two that I've reviewed. So it can get up to 28. However, you do have to pedal once you hit past that 20 mile per hour throttle only threshold. So it just adds a little bit more safety. All right, so let's get this thing cut on. I'm gonna put it in pedal assist 5 so we can kind of look at the throttle. So we are in pedal assist 5. We're gonna do throttle only. So let's just go take a ride so you guys can see what this bad boy can do. All clear. So this is throttle only. No pedal assist. And we are at 20 miles an hour. So you cannot go past 20 when you are not pedaling. Let's do a brake check. Oh yeah, those 203 millimeter rotors stop this thing really fast. So again, throttle only, going up a slight incline, and we're at 20 miles an hour. The overall comfort of this bike, it's really comfortable, guys. It's this moped style bike puts you in a really kind of neutral position, I guess. And with the twist throttle, it doesn't tire your thumb out, which is what I like too. And the suspension on this is really comfortable, guys. Having that spring underneath your butt really does take all of those little bumps out of the equation. You can't really even feel anything. And the front suspension forks just makes for an overall pretty pleasant ride. So we'll head back home here and we'll call it quits. I hope whoever wins this, guys, really does enjoy it. It's a fun bike to ride. And here we go. Well, I do wish I could have actually brought this with me on this trip. However, I didn't want to get it, you know, all rusty and gross and nasty because we've been having some pretty bad weather. So it's been kept nice and clean here in my garage. I'm happy to give this away. I can't wait to give this thing away. Whoever gets this bike is really going to enjoy it. I do think it's a nice bike, which is why I'm picking this one to give away. I think it's going to provide the most use for whoever wins it with these two huge batteries. 160 something mile range is a pretty long ways to go around camp. Engwe has been around for a while. They make quite a few e-bikes, so I think that their quality's pretty decent for e-bikes. And that's about it, folks. So thanks so much, and we'll get back to the episode. All right, guys. Well, that is what I'm giving away on this episode. I actually had 2 items to give away. However, one of them did not get shipped or delivered to me in time. So we do have a family trip next week. It's going to be a little Christmas episode trip, and I'll have one of my kids give that away on that video. So make sure you watch next week for the other giveaway that was going to be for this one. But anyway, gang, thanks so much for watching this little 3-part series. It's been fun. I love these e-bikes. I never thought that I would. Guys, for the giveaway, I'm not going to ship the bike. I can't ship it. It would cost $800 to ship that thing. So if you want to be put in the drawing for that brand new Engwe, leave a comment. Hashtag Brian Waters Outdoors, and you'll have to come pick it up from me. If you're in North Texas, maybe we can meet up somewhere that's fairly close to me, but I can't ship it. I don't even have the shipping carton that thing came in anymore. So this video will be posted this week, so I will announce the winner of that e-bike on next week's family camping episode with the RV, with the kids. So guys, make sure that you watch that video. I'll announce the winner of the bike, and then we'll do another giveaway on that video as well. So gang, I think now it's about time for me to get my chair out, enjoy this lovely lake view, and then we'll get dinner cracking here pretty soon. It's kind of a running joke, but Casey or Paula, if you're watching this from Black Truck Adventures, I had this little table that I've used for months and months. I had it with me at the Ozarks when we went camping, and Casey backed his 4Runner up into it. I woke up that next morning, and everyone was kind of looking at me, kind of funny. And then they broke the news to me that he ran it over, and it looked fine. It you know, it wasn't bent. It didn't look bent, I guess. But now when I go try to put it together, you can tell that it's not quite as happy as it used to be. But I think that goes to show how strong these tables are. Because it literally got ran over, and it's still working. It's just not quite as happy as it used to be. And I bought this myself. I've had quite a few of them, and they've all either broken or just kind of junky and trash. This one has been the best in it. Like I said, it literally got ran over, and it's still working. We're still good, so no worries, Paula and Casey. Cheers, guys. Nice cold blue moon. My new favorite drinking glass. And you know what? I'm gonna get a comment. I know it. Someone's gonna be offended. And I'm gonna laugh. All right, gang, I'm gonna get dinner started. I'm using a camera that doesn't have a flip out screen today, and I can't even tell if I'm in focus or if you can see me. A couple of weeks ago, in fact, the day after my last camping video that you guys saw, it was around 9 o'clock in the morning, and I was putting all my stuff up into my garage, and I just had a freak accident. I don't really need to get into exactly all the details, but I'll just say that I ended up fainting, passing out, and on the way down, my head and face hit my cast iron table saw. I don't remember, of course, any of that happening. I do remember waking up on the floor and thinking I was in bed and trying to figure out why, just what was going on. I've never fainted before, and I kind of felt my face and was trying to figure out what was going on, and then I looked at my hand and it was just full of blood. And then I tried to close my mouth and my mouth would not close. And what happened was, I guess on my way down, my mouth hit the table saw, and it knocked my front teeth basically out. They were still kind of in my gum line, but they were pushed all the way backwards and I couldn't close my mouth. So I ran in, and Tara was decorating our kitchen table for Christmas, and I just looked at her because I was still kind of out of it, and she looked at me and just turned white basically. So long story short, we got an emergency visit at the dentist, and they put a splint on the front of my teeth and behind my teeth, and I have a fracture on, I think they call it the maxilla, I don't know, this top bone. And of course you can't put a cast on your mouth. So I've got quite a bit of stuff going on. You probably can't really see it because the dentist did a pretty good job, but it took me a while to not talk without a lisp, and I still kind of catch myself lisping every now and again, but I can't bite anything with the front of my mouth. So for the last couple of weeks, everything's been tiny little bites, you know, with a fork in the back of my mouth, because we're trying to let these front teeth heal back together. So I don't get to make the dinner that I was wanting to make, which was barbecue ribs out of that can cooker. So we're gonna do something different tonight that's a little bit easier for me to eat. So I go back to the dentist in January. They're gonna take more x-rays and see how we are progressing with recovery. And then it's probably gonna be full-on braces. So that'll be fun. Can't wait for that. But let's get dinner started because I am hungry and I want to start cooking before it gets too dark. So let's get that cracking. Dinner is served. Let's go enjoy this masterpiece. All right, so spicy, bold, sloppy joes for the win tonight. I'll tell you, it smells pretty good. It's not my ideal dinner to make, but I think it's going to be pretty good. I hope. Wow. That hit the spot. Nice and spicy. I was afraid I made too much, but I don't think I did. That's good. Thumbs up for me on this. Good job, Brian. Proud of you, buddy. I tell you what, I warmed up a little bit after that cayenne pepper, Tabasco, jalapeno infused, bold, sloppy joes. I'm gonna go ahead and try to get this heater at least plumbed up there and get going to make sure it works. And then we're gonna have a little fire out here, but I want to get this done so I can actually see what I'm doing. So let's see here. What I don't want is for this to scrape on the side of my truck all night. Let's see. I should probably put it out this way. And this 1,000-watt power station will be way more than enough to run all night. These heaters don't take a whole lot of power once they get up and going. I've got a 100% battery on that thing. I don't have the DC cord for this heater, so we're just going to be using the inverter off this Ecoflow, but shouldn't have any problems running it. Oh.
Start heating.
Yes, ma'am. I'm going to turn it all the way down to minimum. Alright. Alright, so this will take a while to heat up. I don't even hear the oil pump clicking yet, but it should be good once I close this tailgate. There we go. I got these as a gift, but I wanted to bring them out to show you guys. These were less than $100, and they're night goggles, kind of a they're not true night goggles. They're not like thermal goggles. They're infrared, but for the price, these were pretty fun playing with at home in the backyard. I can see. Turn the power on. I don't know if that's coming in yet, but right now you can just kind of use these as standard binoculars. These are 4K, not 4K on the screen, but it's got a SD card in it. So you can take the SD card out and download it in 4K, but they're actually pretty good. I'm going to switch it to night vision. I'll try to put this in front of camera. Let me see if this will work, but I'm looking way down there. Let's see if I can get this to work. Well, you're going to think I'm cheating because I got a fire right there. Is that going to focus? But that's seeing all the way across that street. I know that probably doesn't come through very well on camera, but see, I can see one of those big cranes. I know you can't, but there's a big crane. I can't see it with my eyes, but I can see it. Huh, that's pretty cool. Obviously fire is completely blown out. These are pretty neat. Rechargeable, yeah, just overall for less than $100. I think they're pretty cool. So I'll box this up. So knowing me, I'll break it before I give it away. It's getting close to bedtime, guys. Oh my gosh. It is 6:30. And it's way darker out here than what I think you're seeing, but yeah, it's getting close to this old guy's bedtime. All right, gang, well, that is too bright, and that is going to wrap it up for me tonight. We got that heater going. I'll tell you guys, I might actually have to cut it off for a little bit because it is, the lowest setting is almost a little bit too warm. But other than that, guys, everything's working great. There's still cranes flying behind me. But anyway, we're gonna hit the bed. Got to get up in the morning, go to work. But yeah, loving the setup. Should be pretty nice for this winter once it finally gets cold. But I'm gonna get my clothes changed and we'll meet you guys up in the tent. All right, well, I don't think I'm gonna change clothes. As a matter of fact, I gotta get up so early. I'm just gonna keep these clothes on. But I think it's kind of cool. I have the opening, I have the front of the tent open right now. And y'all guys probably can't tell, but with my Devos light, I can see all out in front of me. Because it's too warm in here right now to completely close this off. It'll get cold enough tonight for me to get this heater dialed in a little bit better. But I think for right now, I'm gonna get a movie going and kind of enjoy this view. What do we have for snacks tonight? Let's see. Got Nutter Butter and a Chewy Dip granola bar. It's on. So let's see what we got going on in terms of movies to keep us busy tonight. Netflix, thanks for raising your price and giving us terrible movies. We got Run All Night or The Dark Tower. I think we're gonna go with The Dark Tower for tonight. So, gang, I'm gonna do my thing. Gonna lay down, get comfy, and we'll see you folks in the morning. Take care. Good morning, gang. It is 5:40, I believe, 5:42 a.m. Good morning. Overall, I slept pretty well.
My truck's not exactly level, so that was kind of annoying. I kind of felt like I was rolling to one side all night long, and next time I'll definitely make sure I'm a little bit more level than what I was last night. Probably sleep a little bit better, but it got down to 41, so not crazy cold, but I did just cut the heater off when I woke up because it takes about a good 15-20 minutes for that thing to cool down before I can put it in my truck. But in case anyone's curious on how much power, so remember I kept it on level 1 all night long, and that was more than enough for this heater. And we started out at 100% on that Ecoflow, and we are down to, my heater's talking to me, we are down to 33% now. So that used, oh gosh, I don't know, it's too early to figure that out, 70%, so around 650, 700 watts to run all night long. It ran for about 12 hours. I cut it on yesterday around 5 p.m. and it's 5:30, 5:40, so good 12 hours. So if you run it a little bit hotter than that, you're gonna need a little bit more juice. So keep that in mind if you're trying to size a power station to a heater. But anyway, gang, yeah, I got some work to do up here, and then we'll head downstairs and get camp packed away. So see you outside. We can do that. You can actually see this morning. Yeah, the exhaust is what I was worried about. The exhaust is plenty cooled down. Let's get some coffee. Oh, made really quick before I head up to deflate that mattress. Go. So yeah, as I'm sitting at 32% on that power station after running again that heater for a good 12 hours. This little coffee pot's using 500 watts, so that's why I say I think around 1,000 watt-hour power station, especially in the winter time, if you're running a heater, is about the minimum size that I would recommend, because as I finagle getting you on this tripod, because you do use a lot more power, I think, in the winter time. It takes a lot to stay warm, believe it or not. It's nice out here right now. Cold, quiet, perfect. All right, well, we ended up at 25% on the battery. That's one boiling cup of coffee and 12 hours of running a diesel heater. A little miscellaneous items, so that's not too bad. These little rope lights, string lights, I don't know what you call them, that roll up in these little things here are the best. They lasted for about 10 hours last night, I guess, but provide just a nice little bit of extra light around the tent. All right, gang, well, that's just about it. I got my tent basically put up. I got to get it latched down, but I think I'm going to wrap it up this morning. My hands are cold. It's kind of hard to talk. So guys, thanks for tuning in. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to leave your comment down below if you want to be put in for that e-bike. Next week I'll be giving something else away. My kids maybe will be giving something else away. We will be doing our last little family RV trip next weekend. So if you want to, check it out. But as always, thanks so much, and we will see you soon. Take care.